Godzilla vs. Kong is an intriguing film that takes two of the most iconic movie monsters in cinema history and have them face off with each other. While not the best film around, this movie I thought was decent in my opinion. Directed by Alan Wingard, this film is the fourth movie in the Monsterverse and also a sequel to Godzilla King of Monsters and Kong Skull Island. I have to say, one of the cool aspects of this film is obviously the fights between Godzilla and King Kong. I mean, they're entertaining. They're cool. What else can I say? Everything else was, well, it was much to be desired. You know why you come here, you know why you watch this film, it's because you want to see the fights between the two monsters. Well, that's there, but the human characters are pretty much boring. In fact, if anything, one of the characters in the film played by Brian Tyree Henry, he is the comic relief, he's funny, I like his character. And then you have this whole, hey, let's go try to find something that can help Kong beat Godzilla. I mean, Millie Bobby Brown in this film, she doesn't do much. And thank goodness we have more visuals of King Kong Godzilla. But pretty much, I thought this film wasn't horrible. It's just, the human characters are always the most boring parts of these films, and with good reason. No one comes here to care about the human characters. They want to see Godzilla and King Kong blow shit up, just destroy buildings and large, fights. This movie has that. But as far as a storyline perspective, it's a part of the film. This is slight spoilers, but they go to a different place. I won't tell you where it is, but, I'm thinking how they have the technology for this. I mean, in 2021, we don't have technology that's in this movie, so it's a big leap of logic. If anything, I always thought Versus movies could be either one or two ways. Either they could be horrible, or they could be very good. This is somewhere in the middle. I mean, despite my small gripes I have with this film, I was entertained. I will have to say, this movie delivers exactly what you want in a movie called Godzilla vs. Kong, but there's, very little else. A lot of people were talking about the old Godzilla vs. King Kong movies years before this film ever was a thing. The thing is, though, I never seen those old films. Up to this point, I only ever seen the 1998 Godzilla film, the 2005 King Kong film by Peter Jackson, and of course these Monster First movies. So I don't have a long history when it comes to watching these types of films. But I was entertained, I enjoyed the fights, obviously, but the human characters were on the downside. They were interesting, other than the character played by Brian Tyree Henry, who was funny. But does everything have to be a joke in this film? I mean, slight spoilers, but it's a point where Millie Bobby Brown's character and her friends, they go to deal with certain objective. And here's a black guy just making jokes. I mean, MCU is probably the reason for that. Look at 2018's Predator film for more example of how you can possibly ruin a film by using too many jokes. Luckily, that doesn't happen here. I mean, the characters notwithstanding, you're really here to see the big fights. And that's where this movie nails the hammer on the head. I would recommend you check this film out, especially if you're a fan of the old Godzilla vs. King Kong films. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. This movie is not the best you'll ever see. And especially if you're looking for a story, you're not going to really find it here. This film was all about drawing people in with the Godzilla and King Kong fighting each other. And this movie delivers on that. Everything else, not so much. If anything, I think that maybe one day we'll get a film where we can have intriguing human characters, but it is not in this film whatsoever. And that's my review of Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you thought about this film if you've seen it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you thought it was alright? And also, what is your favorite film from either Godzilla or King Kong? Alright, this is Slim God 172 saying, peace out.